We have new details tonight in the chilling story of a woman's daring escape from a concrete cell in Oregon. After a violent abduction by this man, the 29-year-old suspect is in federal custody on interstate kidnapping charges tonight as the FBI launches a multi-state investigation. The Bureau is now looking for other victims the alleged kidnapper may have preyed upon. NewsNation's Alex Capriello is following the investigation. Alex, we're getting our first look at the actual concrete cell where the woman was held.
Yeah, that's right, Elizabeth. It really is quite remarkable to think about the physical strength and sheer determination it took to actually break out of this cinder block prisoner cell. And the FBI is now warning that there could be other women out there who have been drugged, sexually assaulted, and victimized by this very same man.
Tonight, the FBI is putting out an urgent alert, searching for any other women who could have been hurt, kidnapped, or imprisoned by this man, 29-year-old Negasi Zuberi. The call to action comes after shocking new details emerge about a Seattle sex worker who Zuberi allegedly kidnapped after posing as an undercover cop, driving her 7 hours to his Klamath Falls, Oregon home and sexually abusing her along the way. The woman forced to live in this tiny cinder block cell in his garage. The FBI says the woman punched her way to freedom, hopping a fence and flagging down a passing driver who brought her to safety.
The woman fought for her life, beating the doors and the walls of this cell with bloodied hands.
Court docs show once he realized she escaped, Zuberi fled to Reno, Nevada, where he was arrested the very next day. NewsNation's Portland affiliate spoke to one of his former neighbors. He described Zuberi as aggressive, who sought out confrontations with others.
For him, it was more like, you know, I'm the man, I'm taking charge. And so when I found out about even like the whole pretending to be a cop, and I'm like, that's not surprising from him, you know, because that's probably he's a con artist.
That same neighbor recalling a number of red flag moments in the past, like one time when he saw a woman locked outdoors in shorts in 30-degree weather.
I'm like, do you want me to call the cops? She's, no, don't call the cops, like freaked out. And I'm like, okay, is there something going on inside the house that we need to know about? She's like, I can't tell you guys anything, what's happening. Almost like her life wasn't threatened if she did speak.
The FBI is now on an urgent search for any other potential victims. Zuberi has lived in at least these 10 different states. A website has been set up for other women to come forward if they feel they were ever at risk.
And Elizabeth, a grand jury in Portland has charged Zuberi with interstate kidnapping. That means he could spend life behind bars if convicted.
And Alex, this was obviously a well-thought-out crime. He had that little cinder block cell built already for her, right?
Yeah, exactly. We saw the lengths that he took to actually build that cell. That includes gathering dozens of blocks and even welding some of those metal bars shut together. But beyond that, police have also confiscated several important documents from that home, which shows premeditation. We're talking about pages with bullet points listed on them, one of them with the title Operation Takeover. With those bullet points, we are looking at other plans and other things that he was trying to allegedly keep in mind before committing this crime. One of the bullet points saying, leave phone at home. Another point saying, make sure they don't have a bunch of people in their life.
Wow. All right. Well, Alex Capriello, thanks so much for that report. Obviously, women in all those states should be on the lookout and report if they come into contact with that man. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.